the game could see the boxing voice.
We made all boxing as good a fight as you can make in the middleweight division. And certainly when it comes to Brooklyn, New York, that's a good fight to determine preeminence in the bar of Brooklyn, New York. I'm thrilled that this fight is going to be on Showtime Sports. What a way to end the year. I'm thrilled that this fight is going to be in the Barclays Center, which has really become a home of great boxing, one of the centers for boxing in this country right now. So first I want to bring up my friend, the CEO of the Barclays Center and the Nets.
Pretty brief, but when I think of the Barclays Center now, I've said this to you before, we truly are in the big event business. And as I think about the remainder of 2015, there were really two dates that I circled on my calendar. One was this Friday night, the opener of the Islanders, which is obviously a big moment for Brooklyn. The other is the Battle for Brooklyn on December 5th. And I'm really excited. Barclays Center should be excited. The two gentlemen up here are truly part of the Barclays Center family, Danny and Peter. I think this is Danny's 5th time fighting at the Barclays Center. It's Peter's 4th. This is their home away from home, so there is no better place for them to be fighting and getting it on than at the Barclays Center on December 5th. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it. These guys are good friends of mine, personal friends, and all I want to do is make sure that we put on a great show for the fans in Brooklyn, because this is going to be a big moment in the borough, obviously a big moment in the boxing world. So we're excited to have all of you and the fans out on December 5th, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.
The Showtime telecast begins at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Before the Showtime telecast, there will be 2 fights on Showtime screen. So there'll be 2 fights on Showtime, 2 fights on Showtime screen. The undercard from beginning to end, and I mean including before we go on the screen, when we open the doors, I'm promising you, this is going to be the undercard of the year. And probably the most New York-centric, most interesting undercard that's been in New York in a long, long time. So I'm excited. There'll be a press conference soon where we announce that undercard. But that undercard is going to make people want to run and get tickets also. So get your tickets now. Tickets can be purchased starting at $50. The VIP ringside seats are priced at $450. So the tickets are reasonably priced. Get your tickets as soon as you can at Ticketmaster.com by calling 1-800-745-3000 or at the American Express box office at the Barclays Center, or at www.barclayscenter.com. So get your tickets now. We had a pre-sale. It's in place right now. Tickets are moving quickly, and I urge you to get your tickets soon. Showtime is known as one of the great homes for great boxing. Showtime has developed both of these two champions. Both made their names and their marks as Showtime fighters. So this is a fight that properly should be at Showtime. This is a fight that properly should be the showcase fight for Showtime in 2015. So I'd like to bring up the Executive Vice President and man who runs Showtime Sports, Steve Esposito.
Thanks, Lou. We're thrilled to be working with the Entertainment at Barclays Center on this event. You're going to hear a lot of genuine excitement out here because this is the right fight. It's the right fight for these two young men. It's the right fight at the right venue. And we're thrilled to be working with these two organizations who, not coincidentally, are both getting two of the most passionate boxing fans I know, who is obviously an institution in the sport, particularly here in the Tri-State area. Brett, in a very short amount of time, has become a huge, very passionate boxing fan, and has rapidly turned the Barclays Center into really the home of boxing on the East Coast and one of the top 2 venues in the entire U.S. for boxing. As Lou said, we take great amount of pride in these two young men, not just because they've fought on Showtime so many times, but because they are everything that is right in the sport. This, as I said, is the right fight, it's at the right venue, and these two guys are right for the sport. They're very different young men, but they have fascinating stories. They have overcome tremendous odds. There are really a lot of parallels in their stories, but it's often the case. Their roads have led them to each other. It's going to be hard for all of us to know who to root for because we've got two great young men, two great boxers, one former champion, one current champion. We just can't wait for December 5th. Thank you very much.
You know, on a personal level, it's a real thrill for me to be able to promote this event. I'm grateful for that. I've known both these young men since they were kids, and they were good kids, they're better men, terrific fighters, and credit to the sport, both of them. But I want people to make no mistakes here. Like, yeah, these guys have always gotten along with the two kind of guys that get along with everybody. And I know they have respect for each other as fighters. But there's also a true belief on both their parts that they are the best, and they are the better than the other man. There's a reason that Danny's sitting there holding his belt on his lap right now, and that's not to make friends with Peter. And I can tell you that Peter believes that that belt should be on his lap. He didn't lose it in the ring. And he doesn't feel that Danny's going to keep that. So take all the friendship shit and throw it out the window. Because that's not what this is about when they get in the ring. This is going to be nasty. This is going to be brutal. There's going to be boxing involved here, but these guys are going to throw bombs. We're going to try to knock each other out. They can't help themselves. That's what makes them so much fun to watch, both of them. That's what they're all about. And I think this is going to be a fun promotion. I think it's going to be far less than a friend fest, as some people would expect. Because there's good money to be made by both these gentlemen on December 5th at the Barclays Center. But there's millions and millions of dollars in the future to be made by the man that wins this fight. The man that loses this fight takes a huge step backwards. The guy that wins is a superstar. Not to mention the fact that you got the WBA pretty belt over here that Danny's got. There's another pretty belt over here. Messed it up. But it says Barclays Center, Brooklyn, and it says Brooklyn World Champion. And the Barclays Center prepared this belt. And no, they're not trying to be a ratings organization, and no, we're not announcing any PBC ratings organization today. But this is to show who's the man in the town. Who's the man at home? You know, the winner's going to take home that belt, but the winner's also going to own Brooklyn. And I'm from Brooklyn. A lot of people in this room are too. You all know what that means. You know, if you're the man in Brooklyn, you're the man. So this fight's to determine who's the man. And again, put friendship and respect aside. You know, this is going to be warfare. This is going to be a fight of the year candidate. I have no doubt at all, because I know how these two guys fight. And you know, both of them have boxed. Danny's maybe more of a pure boxer. This guy can box too. But both these guys like to throw bombs, and when they get hit, their instinct is to hit back harder. I expect one or both of them to hit the ground at some point. And I expect nobody to be sitting the entire fight. I think people will be on their feet. This fight can't miss. You know, I'm a promoter that the line comes out a lot, but certain times it's the truth. You know, so Bob Arab said a few times in the past, maybe I was lying, but now I'm telling the truth. This fight can't miss. This is a no-miss fight in the middleweight division between two very evenly matched champions and two guys that want and need this victory. Peter Kitshoff and Quillin, former middleweight champion, undefeated, 32-1, 23 KOs. Turned pro in 2005. He was born in Chicago. He was raised in Michigan, but he's resided in Brooklyn for 13 years. He beat Simon Don for the BO middleweight title at the Barclays Center. He knocked down Don 6 times to earn a unanimous decision. Defended the title 3 times in 2013 and 14. Came back after a short layoff in April of 15 at the Barclays Center, in a give and take war with Andy Lee, and a fight that was super exciting, knocked down full brawl for 12 rounds, and resulted in a draw. A fight that could have gone either way, but a fight that, somewhere down the line, we'll likely sit out one again, because that was also scintillating TV and the kind of fight that couldn't stay in your seat. Coming off a brutal fifth-round knockout over a brave challenger on September 12th, in preparation for this fight, Peter's ready. He, interestingly, I thought, had no problem making weight at 160 for that fight on September 12th, so I know he's going to be prepared to get in that ring on December 5th and attempt to regain what he thinks is rightfully his and what Danny's holding on his line. I'd like to bring up Peter Kitchen-Charles.
How y'all doing today? Before we start, I want y'all to give yourself a round of applause for being here. It's kind of loud. But we have to be very thankful to be part of such a historic event like this being held in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I want to thank Great Mark for making this type of fight possible at the Barclays Center. And thank Lou, East Coast guy, New York promoter, for this fight. I want to also thank Al Heyman, my advisor, for just being the best thing I have when it comes to boxing as far as the fights. And I have to get down to the nitty-gritty decision making that I can be comfortable with the decision that I make. I'm very comfortable with the decision to really fight Danny. I want to thank Danny for putting his belt on the line and making this a historic event for myself, because this is the fight that Danny wants. There's been a lot of talks about this fight for a long time, but everything comes with time, and now is the right time, the right moment, the right venue, all the right people, all the hardworking people. I think Showtime, Stephen Espinoza, is making this fight here on Showtime. This is like people uncomfortable with working. It's like home for me. I just want to thank one person that a lot of people don't give credit to, and no disrespect to nobody that don't have a belief system that I have. I want to thank God, because a person like me should have been lost. I should have been the guy that's in the house when he wasn't there. But I made a 360 return, became a champion of the world. I went back to school, got my GED as a champion. A lot of people told me, Peter, you don't make money, but I was inspired to be not like the rest. I wanted to make sure when I told your kids, stay in school, don't be a fool. I wasn't a fool with myself. So this journey right here that I've been on, man, it's been such a tremendous journey. I'm a father. I'm able to share moments with my kid, which is one of the most important things in my life. I think my wife has been involved with helping me with my branding and with my decision making, and just for the support that she's been showing me. Shout out Jerry over there, because I've been saying no one Danny for a long time, you know what I mean? But Sylvia, for just being a special person to me as well, thank you for her husband Brad. All you media people who's been showing me number of support, some of you that have been biased on me, some of you also have been my enemy, because y'all have to do your job too, so I respect that, but I have to do mine as well. So without me fighting, I guess I wouldn't have nothing to write about it. But I could take the time all day, but I'm not, because we're going to do something for the fight. Danny's going to be ready like he's always. He's always ready. So, when we get in there, December 5th, this is going to be a showcase that you're going to be part of. Only because, you don't get fights like this often. A lot of people, what they write, what they read, with this fight, you're going to get what you write and what you read. So, have a lot, have your things ready. You have your eyes ready for whatever you're going to read, regardless of winning or that. I think I was so scared that they was going to build this fight as good guy versus bad guy. But it's hard to say that, because, this is good guy versus good guy, and this is good for the sport of boxing. So, I want y'all to come and be ready for a great fight. We're going to be going about, that's what I'm going to be doing. It's not about the bills to me. Honestly, it's about the character, the person I'm fighting. He's going to come and do what he's going to do, And I think that's the type of fight that's going to bring the best out of people Brooklyn. So listen, I want to take the time. Just remember y'all keep God first. Be thankful for life because air costs nothing and a smile is for free. Some of the best things in life don't cost money. Thank y'all so much for letting me have the time.
Thank you, Peter. You know, you said it's not about the belts and the winner here is going to walk away with two of these great things, but a fight like this, it really isn't about the belts. It's about two guys who belong in the ring with one another, who are destined to be in the ring with one another, who are actually getting in the ring with one another, and you don't know who's going to win. And that's like the best our sport can deliver and offer. And it's sort of interesting, because like, you know, I don't want to be an avid predator. Like, I don't take everybody's opinion seriously. Like, I think there are actually people that know stuff, and there's a lot of people watching that don't know as much and like to talk a lot. But I made phone calls to like 6 or 8 of those people that I really could trust. Like, I was like, who's going to win? And I mean, no BS. It was like split down the middle. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, that's why you need to be there. And if you're a sports fan and you're a boxing fan, you come in this way, come in for it, but you got to travel. If you're a New York sports fan, just a sports fan, to see the kind of electricity you're going to see at the Barclays Center on December 5th. You know, when boxing delivers something electric, we're as exciting as anything in the world. And that's what it's going to be like on December 5th. It's going to be boxing at its best, and the room's going to be like, you know, ready to explode over wattage. It's going to, that room's going to be rocking and rolling, and that's what it's all about. And here, you know, great matchup, outcome no doubt. I urge people to come out. And if they don't come out again, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time on Showtime. There'll be a Showtime Extreme show that precedes that. Danny Jacobs, WBA champ, 30-1, 27 KOs. From Brooklyn, New York. Always from Brooklyn, New York. Brownsville. Had to do that. Home of champions. Danny's nickname is the Miracle Man. But and he's overcome it. You know, Rocky Balboa, which is easy to do. You know, Rocky Balboa said it's not if you get knocked down, it's if you get up. And, you know, that one loss, that fight maybe too early in his career, he suffered a stunning knockdown. He recovered from that and got to the top of his game. You know, battled this horrible disease that he could have and beat it. Battled it with grace, with courage. But, you know, Miracle Man in some ways, yeah. Miracle Man in terms of having that belt, no. Because that belt came as a result of a tremendous amount of ability and talent. You know, a lot of hard work and a lot of love and dedication. So that belt stay was earned, not because any miracle. He turned pro in 2007. Before that, he was a 4-time New York Gold Glove champion, which is pretty amazing. National Gold Glove champion. He was out of the ring for 19 months. When he fought a rare form of bone cancer. 8-0 in his comeback, including a TKO for 5 victory over Jared Flesher, which gave him that world title belt. In his last belt, he stopped Sergio Mora in this extremely exciting couple of rounds. And now he's fighting the fight that everyone believed to be inevitable in his destiny. Kid Chocolate at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where it belongs. My pleasure to bring up Danny Miracle Man Jacobs.
Thanks everybody for attending. Very rarely do I like to thank my team. I just like to get to it, but I have to take the time out to thank each and every member of my team, and I'm gonna call them out individually. Andre Rozier, for always being there for the support me since the amateur, since day one. I want to thank you for sticking by my side and being almost of a father figure. Stephanie, I appreciate it. Always, thank you. The rest of my team, I appreciate everybody. My family, my friends, and my brother back there supporting me. Love you guys. This is a big opportunity for me. This is a big opportunity for Brooklyn. And I think it couldn't have happened at a better time. You know, as Peter alluded to, I've been calling him out for some time. I've been calling him out for about maybe 2 years? About 2 years now. And I think right now is the perfect time. You had to take 2 years for it to build and get juicy and for our careers to blossom into this perfect moment. And I think the fans are going to be the winner at the end of the day. You know, I think this is one of those matchups where it's going to be all action-packed. I mean, even myself, I'm a fan of the sport. And given my style, given his style, I would want to be on the outside looking in because it's such an interesting matchup. So I just want to say, Peter, thank you for accepting the challenge and giving these Brooklyn fans and giving myself the opportunity to have a career-changing fight. I couldn't have been in a better place at the Barclays Center, so thank you for the opportunity and thanks to your team as well. Al has been, been in my corner since day one. He's been guiding me and, helping me with everything imaginable. So I want to take my hat off to Al, man. I believe my time is now. I know there's been a lot of hype around me as a prospect, and me being prospect of the year and coming up through the ranks. A lot of people have their fair share of opinion about me, but I do believe at this present time, with all that I've went through, not just outside my outside battles in life, but inside the ring as well, just maturing as a man overall. I feel like this is the perfect time and I'm in my prime. I'm looking forward to capitalizing off this amazing opportunity at the Barclays Center, and I'm looking forward to Brooklyn being in the house. I mean, do you understand this? Like I said, put the belts to the side. Take it back to the Golden Glove days. I mean, when you was fighting for that New York Golden Gloves, it meant something because it meant that he was the man in that New York metropolitan area. In this regard, it's in Brooklyn. But Brooklyn is the only place in the world that you can have a Brooklyn World Championship belt, right? And be prideful of that. And I'm very prideful of that. And I don't take this matchup lightly. We've already started camp. When the camp is over, when it's over and done with, we would have had a 10-week camp. And because I wanted to have a pre-camp, because I have that much respect for this guy's ability when he's inside that ring. So I want to make sure that I'm 110%. I'm quite sure you guys won't be disappointed unless something crazy happens, like my last fight. We won't get into that. But once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for making this fight as big as it is, because I know that we know for sure that you guys down. And stay tuned. Don't blink. Don't get no popcorn. Don't get no chocolate. And speaking of chocolate, I've been a little hungry lately too, and I've been on a strict diet, and I haven't been eating chocolate. So December 5th, I'm gonna be the Cookie Monster. So once again, to all my supporters, to all my fans, to all my family, to all my friends, and my son, who I love dearly, who I know will be watching this when Daddy's in camp. December 5th is going to be the story. Don't miss it. Bye.
Okay, Showtime, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, Barclays Center, December 5th. Tickets at barclayscenter.com, ticketmaster.com, 1-800-745-3000, or at the American Express box office at the Barclays Center, $450 for VIP tickets down to $50. Danny said something and sort of marketing me a little bit. There is an unusual element to this fight. There is. In that, there's a little Broadway boxing Showtime doing the BB Kings and stuff. Peter fought a few of those. Might have been Danny before. He did. I mean, both these guys did. But that fight has its roots in the great boxing tradition of New York City. Both these guys have their roots in the great boxing tradition of New York City. Golden Glove champions, representing their gyms, representing their boroughs. Both from Brooklyn. It's been percolating for years and years and years, literally since they were kids, to get to this point. This is for the supremacy of Brooklyn, New York. This is for the supremacy of New York City. In a lot of ways, that's more important than that. That's more important than that. So December 5th, be there, because we're going to see some electricity. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you.
little bit, guys. Look up. There you go. Look up a little bit, guys.